Yes.
Great. So it is a great pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Nakazono Nobutaka from Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology. I've known Nobu for a very long time now, almost 10 years, I think, since he was a student in Fukuoka at University of Kyushu. And we share many, many interests in common, I think. So it's a great pleasure for me to introduce him in this APIOS seminar series, and he will talk to us about solutions of the multiplicative type Hirota's discrete KdV equation. May I remind everyone to mute your microphones and to also turn off your video so that it improves the bandwidth for everyone. And put any questions you have in the chat box. And I hope that we will have time at the end. But if you'd like to ask a question in the middle, please put it in the chat box first. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Narini. And also, thank you very much, organizer, for inviting me this nice seminar. I'm Nobutaka Nakazono, and today I will talk about special solution to the multiplicative type Hirota's dKdV equation. So I will turn off my video. Okay, so this talk is based on archive paper. This is not published yet. So first, I explain the aim of this talk. So in this talk, we focus on this partial difference equation. This is so U is dependent variable and Lm is lattice. So lattice parameter. So this is known as Hirota's discrete KdV equation. So we call Hirota's dKdV equation. So this is a discrete analog of the well-known KdV equation. And so in this talk, so we use is not this autonomous equation. So in this talk, we show that its multiplicative discrete versions, we call here multiplicative dKdV equations, can be solved by the solutions of Q-Painlevé equation of type A31, A41, A51, and A61 type. So I will explain this type later more detailedly. So first, I explain about so property of this special solution. And first, I explain very well-known results about periodic condition, so called periodic reduction of partial difference equation. So it is well known that integrable partial difference equation have special solutions related to the solutions of the discrete Painlevé equations under certain periodic conditions. For example, this is a very famous example. So starting from lattice modified KdV equation, this is a discrete analog of modified KdV equation. So U is dependent variable and alpha beta parameter. So this is a non-autonomous form. And so first we change the variables by the gauge transformation. And after gauge transformation, apply the periodic conditions like this. So L plus 1, M minus 2 is equivalent to Lm. And because of this periodic condition, parameter must satisfy this condition. And because this depends on L, this depends on M. So this means both does not depend on L and M. So we can put this equal to Q. And then by this reduction, we obtain this relation. So because now there is a relation between L and N. So we can regard this is one variable function. So put ULM equal to omega 2L plus M. Then we can rewrite this equation by the equation of omega. And after this reduction, by setting f variable, g variable, and parameter, then we can obtain a system of first order ordinary difference equation. So this is known as QP3, so Q-discrete analog of Painlevé 3 equation. So this kind of special solution is very well known. So what is the difference between such special solutions and the special solutions given in this talk? So this is a type I showed now, I explained now. So periodic type special solution is usually we add condition to dependent variable like this. Of course, as I showed, before add this condition, sometimes we need suitable gauge transformation. Then solution become one variables. And the variables expressed in terms of rational function of this new variable satisfy a discrete Painlevé equation. This is exactly I showed now. And on the other hand, special solution given in this talk is condition I don't know. So how from equation how we can obtain this kind of solution is still in the future work. So I don't know. But the solution is this form. So dependent variables is given by rational function of f and g. And what is this f and g is? So flm and glm. So fl plus 1 m, gl plus 1 m satisfy a discrete Painlevé equation. And for m direction, flm, glm, flm plus 1, glm plus 1 satisfy a discrete Painlevé equation. So this means for L direction and for M direction both satisfy discrete Painlevé equation. And these two discrete Painlevé equations relation become a Beckman transformation. So such a special solution I will show in this talk. So before I show main result, I will explain about Q Painlevé equation. For that, very roughly, I will explain starting from Painlevé equation. So in the early 20th century, in order to find a new class of special functions, Painlevé and Gambier classified all rational ordinary differential equations of second order of the form. So y prime prime is given by rational function y prime and y, and analytic to t. With the Painlevé property, so solutions do not have movable singularity other than poles. And as a result, they obtain 6 new equations. So we call collectively them Painlevé equations. So top equation is called Painlevé 6, and then Painlevé 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. These there are 6 equations, and all Painlevé equation can be obtained from Painlevé 6. So Painlevé 6 top equation, and by limiting operation we can obtain Painlevé 5, and from Painlevé 5 we can obtain Painlevé 3 or Painlevé 4, and then Painlevé 2 and Painlevé 1. And so Painlevé equations are 6 equations, but there is another classification by Okamoto called Okamoto initial value space. So by that classification, Painlevé 3 can be divided into 3 types. So this is Painlevé 3 equation. And if gamma delta are not equivalent to 0, then this called D61 type. So this is a normal Painlevé 3. Usually we don't put D61 here, just call Painlevé 3. But when special case gamma equals 0 or delta equals 0 and other parameter not equals 0, then we call this D71 type. So we call this is P3D71. And if gamma and delta equals 0, then we call this is D81. So we call Painlevé 3 D81. So in this talk, this discrete analog will appear, and also this discrete analog appear. So, okay, so next I will explain about the discrete Painlevé equations. This is also very roughly. So discrete Painlevé equations are nonlinear ordinary difference equations of second order, which include the discrete analogs of the Painlevé equations. There are possibly infinitely many discrete Painlevé equations, and the discrete analog of each of Painlevé equations is not only one. So discrete Painlevé equation is not just a discrete analog of Painlevé equation, more how can I say? Anyway, this is not just a discrete analog. And there are three different types for discrete Painlevé equation. So top one is elliptic type, and next one is multiplicative type. So this multiplicative discrete is sometimes called Q difference. So we call such a discrete Painlevé equation Q Painlevé equation. So this is in this talk we deal with is Q Painlevé equation. And finally, there is additive types. So we will focus on this Q Painlevé equation in this talk. And finally, I will explain about Q Painlevé equation. So the following are known about Q Painlevé equations. So the Q Painlevé equations can be classified into 9 types based on types of initial value space. So top one is A01 star, and the next A11, A21, and A31, and so on. So there are 6 types. And in this talk, what I will use is these 4 types, A31, A41, A51, and A61. And each of the Q Painlevé equations belonging to the above types can be obtained in order from a bidirectional action of extended affine Weyl groups of the following types. So for example, this type of Q Painlevé equations can be obtained from affine Weyl group of E8 type. And this type of Q Painlevé equation can be obtained from this type, like this. So in this talk, we use this 4 types, so related to these 4 types. So when we say the type of Q Painlevé equation, in this talk mainly I use this type, but sometimes we call equation by this type, so type of affine Weyl groups. Okay, so here I show exactly what I use. So Q Painlevé equation of types A3, A4, A5, and A6 type. So of course, each type there are infinite many equations. So, but I show one equation for each types because I use only one types. So T is independent variable and Ci, Q are parameters. Especially Q is a shift parameter, and Fg are dependent variables, and this bar means shift operator. So A61 type, which affine Weyl group symmetry is A1 plus A1, is given by this equation. So this we here call QP3D71 because by continuous limit, this go to P3D71. So as A21 type, QP2 is very well known. So what is the relation between this QP3D71 and QP2 is so Beckman transformation. So this is not a famous equation as A61 type. However, I use this equation so in this talk. So I show this equation. And the next one, A51 type, this is also very famous equation. So symmetry type is A2 plus A1. And this is QP3 we call here. So continuous limit is Pareto 3. So essentially D61 type. And AF1 type is so QP5. So by continuous limit, this go to Pareto 5. And this is QP6. This is very famous as Jimbo Sakai's QP6. So this is A31 type, also often called D5 type. So these four Q-Pareto equations will be appear in this talk. And finally, so I already showed Hirota's discrete KdV equation, but here I show multiplicative versions. So LM are lattice parameters, and ULM are dependent variable, and alpha 0, beta 0, gamma, and epsilon are parameters. Here, epsilon is a shift parameter. So instead of Q, here I use epsilon because I use shift parameter Q for Q-Pareto equation. So this is same as Q. And alpha L is given by epsilon to L times alpha 0, and beta M is given by epsilon to M times beta 0, like this. So here I show two multiplicative versions. So first one is very simple. This one. So if this is equivalent to 1, then we can obtain autonomous version. So second one is a bit complicated. Home is almost same. Instead of beta, we here appear B. And B is a rational function of beta with a new additional parameter gamma. And also instead of alpha, we use A. A is a rational function of alpha with additional parameter gamma. So these two types multiplicative dKdV equation I use in this talk. So main result. So first, so I will show four theorem because 4Q Pareto equation appear. So first one is A61 type. So the multiplicative dKdV equation 1 has a special solution. So U is the dependent variable of this equation 1, and epsilon is shift parameter of equation 1, and alpha beta coefficient parameter of equation 1. And in this solution, new function f and g appear. And so this is given by solution of discrete Pareto equation. Indeed, for L direction, this satisfies system of first order nonlinear ordinary difference equation. So this is QP3D71. So A61 type Q-Pareto equation. And also for M direction, this is also QP3D71. This is also QP3D71. And this relation is Bechdel transformation. So we can obtain this kind of special solution of equation 1. And in a similar manner, from A51 type, so we can obtain a special solution of equation 1. So U is given by rational function of H and G. And additionally, there is a arbitrary parameter. This is also appearing in the coefficient of Painlevé equation. So GH satisfy this type A5. This is A51 type. So this is QP3 appear, and this is also QP3. So by using this theorem, I will explain more detailedly. So by using this theorem, so how we can construct this kind of solution and why these two are relation is Bechdel transformation, I will explain later. And so everything same as before. So F1 is same also. U is given by like this, and in this case there are two arbitrary parameters, and GH satisfy, and this is QP5 and QP5. And finally, A31 type, a bit this is complicated, but the same. So U is given by F and X, and D1, D2. D1, D2 are arbitrary parameters, and Fx satisfy, so Jimbo Sakai is QP6, and also Jimbo Sakai is QP6 for each direction. So next, I will show how we can obtain this kind of special solution. Of course, by direct calculation, so substituting this solution to equation 2, and using this relation, we can show this is
Could I remind people to mute their microphones unless they are the speaker?
Okay, so by direct, okay, I will repeat. Before that, I should mention this thing. So A31 type is special solution for so A31 type is so until A41 special solution to equation 1, but the last one is a special solution to dKdV 2. And so by direct calculation, so substituting this to equation 2, and then using this relation for L direction and for M direction, we can verify this theorem. So here, so by different way, I will give the proof of the theorem. So how we can explain how we can construct this kind of solution. So because I'm talking about theorem for A51 type, so starting from extended affine Weyl group of type A2 plus A1, because all A51 type Q-Painlevé equation can be derived from this birational action of this affine Weyl group. So let A0, A1, A2, CQ are complex parameters, and F0, F1, F2 complex variables. So essentially, in this case, there is no difference between these two. However, because this corresponding to the parameter of Q-Painlevé equation, and this corresponding to variables of Q-Painlevé equation, we call different name. And Q corresponding to, of course, a shift parameter of Q-Painlevé equation. And this satisfies these two conditions. A0, A1, A2 equal to Q, F0, F1, F2 equal to Q times C square. So essentially, complex parameter is 4 and complex variables are 2. Okay. Then next, let us consider transformation group. So
他们的英语都是我教的。
So let us consider the action of this element on these parameters and variables. So action, the parameters are given by this. So essentially, this alpha, this A corresponding to so root parameter of A2. So almost same as action on root. And C corresponding to A1 part. And S0, S1, S2 pi corresponding to A2 part, and W0, W1 R corresponding to A1 type, A1 part. So S0, S pi, Si pi doesn't move C. And I omit here Q, but Q doesn't move any action of this element. And also action on the variables are defined by this. And under this action, so translations satisfy these kind of fundamental relations. So why we call this as A2 plus A1 type is, so we can write this cosector diagram. So put S0, S1, S2 on vertices, and so because of this relation, so we connect to one line here, because S0, S1 cube is 1, so one line. So this is called A21 cosector diagram, and pi is change the SI to SI plus 1. So pi corresponding to the automorphism of this diagram. And SI and the next one is W0 and W1 is this relation is infinite. So we write this way, and R is automorphism of this. So this is A11, essentially extended by automorphism of diagram, this. So we call this extended affine wide group of A2 plus A11. And this S0, S1, S2 pi, and W0, W1 are commute each other. Okay, so using this transformation group, so we will derive Q-Painlevé equation. So define translations of this transformation group, affine wide group. So T1 is given by this, T2 is given by this. And these translations act on parameters like this. So A0 go to QA0, A1 go to Q inverse A1, and other doesn't change. And T2 is like this. And satisfy T1, T2 equal T2, T1. And using this, we define F functions, F0 Lm, F1 Lm, F2 Lm by this. So iterating F0 by T1 L times, T2 M times, we define F0 Lm. And also F1 Lm same, F2 Lm same. And because F0, F1, F2 equal Q times C square, then we can obtain this condition because essentially F variables are only two. So, so F functions are only essentially two. Okay, so now we can construct a Q-Painlevé equation from action. So action of T1 and T1 inverse on F1 and F0 respectively give this relation. And because of the definition of F function, so acting T1 L times, T2 M times. So here essentially L plus 1 times, but okay, almost same. Then we can write this action by this way. So this is QP3. And in a similar manner, so from the action of T2, we can obtain this relation. And iterating T1L, T2M, then we obtain this relation. And this is QP2, QP3. And because T1, T2 commute each other, so these two relations become Beckman transformation. And of course, this relation holds. So now we are ready to prove the theorem. Letting U by rational function of F1, F2 with parameters. So we can verify that the following relation holds. So U satisfy this by the action of T1 and T2. And so in a same, similarly to Q-Painlevé equation, applying T1 to L, T2 to M to the equation above, and setting U, capital ULM by T1 to L, T2 to M, U. So because of this, become this. So rational function of U1 LM and U2 LM. So we obtain the multiplicative dKdV equation, this one, if we set like this. So the function ULM satisfies the multiplicative dKdV equation 1, and the function ULM is given by rational function of the F functions, so F0 LM, F2, F1 LM, F2 LM. And for each of the L and M directions, the F function satisfy QP3. So this collectively gives a proof of a theorem for A51 type. And so key point is, so because here, so this definition suddenly appears. So key point is how we found this U from affine Weyl group. So here I explain. So U variables this was found by using discrete mirror transformation. So discrete mirror transformation from non-autonomous dKdV equation. So this is Hirota's KdV equation's non-autonomous version to lattice modified KdV equation. And the relation between LM KdV and tau function theory of Q-Painlevé equations. So these two, from information of these two, we can obtain how we should define U by using these parameter and variables for affine Weyl group. Okay, so I finished my talk. So summary. So we showed that the special solutions of the multiplicative dKdV equations given by the solution of Q-Painlevé equations of type A31, A41, A51, A61. And so future works, so as I explained in N, So we don't know how we can obtain this kind of special solution by adding a condition for partial difference equation. So I could obtain this special solution, but I don't know how. So starting from a partial difference equation, how we can obtain this kind of solution. So this is future works. And the next one is, so the lattice Sine-Galton equation, so this equation, so U is dependent variable, Q peer parameter, has a similar property to the Hirota's dKdV equation. For example, consistency around a broken cube property. This is Narini and my work, and Q Painlevé special solution. So similar solution in this talk. So problem is, do there exist other partial difference equations that have similar properties to these? And my recent calculation shows that a discrete version of Volterra-Cockburn-Multiplicative equation, this equation also has the similar properties. However, I don't know the reference for non-autonomous version of this one. So if anyone knows this reference for this non-autonomous version, please let me know. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nobu. Maybe you can turn on your video.
Yes.
Great. Are there any questions from anyone or comments? So while we are waiting maybe for other questions, perhaps I can ask a question. In what you called the multiplicative discrete KdV equation, the only difference is the way the coefficients depend on the lattice variables. Is that correct?
Yes.
So the usual discrete KdV equation has also a non-autonomous version, which you've written here on this slide. So are you saying that typically alpha and beta are taken to be linear functions of n and m? What is the usual non-autonomous dKdV? What is the dependence?
There is no such condition. So there is no relation between alpha L and alpha L plus 1 L like this.
So yes, but in the non-autonomous case, is alpha L arbitrary or
yes.
is it, okay.
Arbitrary. So
you just took a specific choice.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
No, just on this page. So you have epsilon belongs to C star. What do you mean C star?
So this is non-zero.
Complex numbers which are non-zero. Any other questions? Maybe Oyama-san has a question.
Yes, Nakazono-san, 久しぶり。
お久しぶりです。
I have one question. In differential case, we know many similarity reductions from the Solton equation to Painlevé equations.
Yes.
So, for example, from KdV to P2, or from P2 to Toda equation, or many cases. In such case, we know some algorithm, so similarity reduction.
Yes.
The similarity reduction has some versions. The classical is known in 1980 or so, but recently, or for example, Kakei Kikuchi or Fuji Suzuki considered new version of similarity reduction. They consider the affine the algebra action on the Solton equations and consider the similarity reduction. this is modern version of the similarity reduction. I think in discrete case, we have some similar structure based on the representation of affine algebra or something. Do you have some idea on this topic? If we know the structure, we can easily to consider or construct new similarity reduction or many other reductions from the discrete certain equation to discrete Panevé equations.
Sorry, I couldn't understand what you said. Sorry.
Maybe I can make a comment. I can make a comment.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
So I think so. There is some structure, perhaps universal method to construct discrete Panevé equations from discrete certain equations, like similarity reduction in differential case.
No, unfortunately, there is not.
No.
In the differential case, you have the machinery of Lie groups and Lie algebras. And this is what people use, traditionally use, to reduce the PDE to an ODE.
Yes.
And there's a very well understood and complete study from how you use Lie groups and Lie algebras for, say, the Korteweg-de Vries equation to get ODEs. But there is no such continuous Lie group structure for discrete, for the lattice equations. So there is no corresponding systematic structure. So different people have looked at different components that to get these reductions. For example, the group of Quispel in Latrobe used periodic reductions, staircase reductions. Nobu and I and Yangxi looked at the sub groups of affine Weyl groups to reduce from the cubic lattice corresponding to a lattice equation to affine Weyl groups and so on. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope I explained. Nobu.
Oh, thank you very much.
Any other questions or comments? So, I'm sorry. This is the problem with being at home. I'm sorry. So are there, I thought it was very interesting that you also talked about the other partial difference equations for which this kind of investigation gives you connections to discrete Panevé equations. Do you know any other, I mean, you gave one reason for why you might find such structures by looking at mirror transformations between lattice equations. There are, of course, mirror transformations between many, many different lattice equations. So the same idea will work there, no matter whether you have a multiplicative case or not, right?
That's right. We can also apply this method to additive types.
Yes. Right, right. Giorgio, you have your hand up, I think. Would you like to ask a question?
Yeah, because now that we are back to slide 11, I was wondering how these two non-autonomous Hirota dKdV were actually found.
So sorry, what did you say?
I mean, sorry, how do you derive equations 1 and 2? Is that your work? Were they known from the literature?
So firstly, so no condition for alpha beta is very well known. So arbitrary alpha L and beta M, this is very well known as non-autonomous equation. So we can add any condition for alpha and beta. Okay, so because in arbitrary case, it's still integrable. So if we add any condition integrable, then why these two? So this kind of condition or this kind of condition appears. So this is just
from
just
the
okay,
from
this work. So using
I
this
see.
structure, yeah, we construct partial difference equation from the affine Weyl group action. So then, so what coefficient parameter is determined by? Yeah.
Okay, I see. I see.
So I cannot control the coefficient essentially.
But
Okay,
maybe you should explain who C, N, and P were.
CNP? Please wait.
I think it's Capel, Nijhoff,
and Papageorgiou.
Papageorgiou.
Yeah,
Maybe, definitely Nifov.
Yes.
Yes, Capel, Nifov, Papa.
Yeah, that's their work in of 1991. Yeah,
good.
I know that one. Okay, thank you.
There is another hand up, but from Chang. Would you like to say your question, please?
Hello, Nobu. Could I look at your last page?
Yes.
So you are looking for a Lux pair for the non-autonomous version of lot-of equation, right?
Yes.
Perhaps there is a reference from Chujimoto's. Maybe you can find that in his paper.
So which area do you know?
Let me upload it.
Upload.
In the chat box. It is a Japanese reference.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So in this paper, there is a non-autonomous version.
The equations from 8 to 10, maybe that's the when you want to find.
Very good.
Interesting talk. Thank you.
8 to 10.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for your interesting talk.
Anybody else? Any other comments or questions? Well, we still have time. So just go back a slide or two, Nobu, if you don't mind.
2?
1, 2, yeah, around the lattice sign, Gordon.
Yes.
Did you get different equations?
What do you mean?
Sorry, you mentioned that, so perhaps this is not yet done, but for these other equations that you mentioned, did you find any different Q Painlevé equations?
So for this case?
Yes. or any other
this-
case?
I now have consider only this one or this one,
Mhm.
I'm focusing on Q Painlevé equation, and
Right.
everything is same. So starting from A6 to A31,
I see.
and of course, so this is because so lower case only one dimension, so we cannot construct this kind of special solution because less direction, because we need at least two direction in affine Weyl group.
I
And
see.
higher case, higher than A31, A1, A0, A1, A2 are, so affine Weyl group type is E type. So a bit the
Yes.
structure is different. So I don't know yet about that structure.
I see. I see.
So
Very-
as I explained, so I think we can construct also same work for additive type. I think especially P5 and P4 are easy. So yes.
I see. Okay. Very interesting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So if there's no further comments or questions, then let's thank the speaker for a very interesting talk. And as I think Georgia will tell us, the recording is going to be made available. And those people on the mailing list can get a direct link to the recordings when they are available. And the next talk, I believe, will be on September 7th. Is that right, Georgia?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, good.
By Professor Liu.
Yes. Okay, so thank you very much. And until then, see you later.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.